highly unusual day, not because of where we are, you can see where we are, we'll talk about that in a moment, but because this is Spa-Francorchamps and the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, I guess something like about 18, 19 degrees, which is about as good as it gets at this time of the year. We thought we'd give you an opportunity with the tracks open for teams to come and have a look, track walk, out on the bike, out on the scooters if you're one of the guys we've got with us. But we also have brought with us three of the drivers that are going to be contesting the 4 Hours of Spa-Francorchamps this weekend, which is round 5 of 6, of course, of the European Le Mans Series. And we picked, well, one of the best from each of the classes that you're going to see in action this weekend. From the LMP2 class, and it's the Settlal Villorba Corsa team, the fabulous Dallara, Giorgio Sernagiotto. For the LMP3 class, I'm slightly out of breath because he's just done a bit of a Chris Froome up the Eau Rouge up here to Radion. We've got Boyd, and then from the GTE class, it's Matt Griffin. And Matt's, I think the most experienced of the three guys. We're going to get him to give you a few numbers about this famous corner, this series of corners, but also about this place, and get the impressions of these guys of what they've done so far at this circuit and what they think they're going to be doing this weekend. You can talk to us here. We'll ask the guys questions if you've got any questions in this session. Maybe about 15-20 minutes as we walk down. We're going to walk down now from Radion. Take a quick look around here. This is the crest, Radion there, the site of many dramas, some of them fairly unpleasant for those involved. And to give you an idea about the kind of speed you would expect in a truly awesome race car here, in a Formula One car, through the top there, about 295 kilometres an hour at the top of the hill. Some of these guys will be entering the bottom of the hill way over 220, 230, 240, I think in the case of the LMP2 car. Let's start with the LMP2, because Giorgio Sernagiotto, this new Dallara Gibson you guys have got this year, it's a step up from what you've been here before. You've raced here in a small prototype, you've raced here in an LMP3 car, we'll talk to Wayne about that in a moment. What are you expecting from the Dallara Gibson? You've got a smile on your face already. What are you expecting in terms of pace and the experience for you as a driver here?
For us, it's very important to be here with Dallara because it's totally different experience for us from LMP3 to LMP2 to the new LMP2 will be a fantastic emotion for us. The Dallara this year is it's a new project like the new regulations, but Dallara is not exactly on the top. Last race the Russian guys won the race, but we are not at 100% after the setup of the car, and we are going to improve us and also the car. But I think the Dallara could be very fast here because Dallara is very aerodynamic car and they always work very good on the aerodynamic parts and particularly in this corner we can have more downforce, especially in the front because we had many problems in the front with the aerodynamic parts of our car, and we hope to do a good job, but I don't know exactly what I can expect.
I guess the good news really about the Dallara, we'll walk down guys as we go. The good news about the Dallara is it is very new. There's still a lot more to come. There's more pace to come out of that. You can find more in terms of the balance and the setup of the Dallara over the next year or two. These are brand new cars of course from 2017 and much quicker than the old style LMP2 cars we had with what, about 100 extra brake horsepower of an old LMP2 from that Gibson. Get an idea in terms of someone who's been used to a small prototype, the step, the performance step for you as a driver. You've been smiling since we started at the top of this corner. You're really looking forward to this.
Yes, for us to do these corners with the LMP2, it's like a dream, And the Dallara for us could be very good here, and also a big surprise because I never drove here with the LMP2. The last regulation, also in the new regulation, we don't know exactly what I can do, but I think it could be quite easy because normally a fast car it's not so difficult to drive.
We'll see. Well, the next man down in terms of that experience level for the capability of the car is Wayne and LMP2. You've had some brilliant days with United Auto Sports guys, Felicia. It's been a bit trickier lately, fighting back now. but this has got to be one of the highlights of the year.
Yeah, I love Spa. Anytime you come to it, you're always sort of smiling from as soon as you walk in the circuit. It's just, even the atmosphere I find, you know, and everybody comes with you and obviously enjoys it. You know, there's no other place in the world that you can go even to watch type thing. You get the same sort of thrill from it. So it's also really good in an LMP3 car. You know, it's you know, especially through here. You know, we joke about in the team about flat. You might say you were flat, but until you look at the data to see if you actually were flat or not. But you know, it's a big commitment corner, and just the rest of it's just fast and flowing as well. It's just a really enjoyable track.
Now, you have been here in this car before. Give us an idea of some of the numbers, the entry speeds into this corner, and what the thing is able to carry through.
To be honest with you, I don't have a clue the numbers.
But you're flat
we're flat through there. I wouldn't say it's easy flat. As I say, we joke about type thing. Once we get the data to see if we actually were flat through, it's a different story. But yeah, we're flat through here every lap in the race last year for the full hour. So.
Okay, give us an idea in terms of the way you have to prepare yourself physically for not just this corner of the lap, I suppose. This corner in particular, you're probably holding your breath up the hill.
Yeah, that's what you always talk about. You've got quite a run from the source all the way down to the race, and you've got to prepare yourself, and you're not lifting until you get to Le Mans. So, you know, I think you're too long to prepare nearly for Eau Rouge. You think about it too much, but once you do it flat a couple of times, then that's the sort of, you're worried about it. It's gone after that. As for the rest of the track, to be honest, you know, there's no really difficult sections any harder than any other track for fitness-wise and stuff like that.
It is one of those places in world motorsport where even an idiot like me can actually see how committed you've got to be, how tough this is, how it is impossible for a bloke like me to actually achieve what you guys do with these cars. You've got to be really committed for it. How easy is it to get this one right?
I think you'd be alright. We'll get you into the bronze session tomorrow morning. You'll be fine. I didn't say my car though. No, yeah, you know, I wouldn't say it's the first track you'd ever come to when you start racing. You know, it's there's a lot of corners. You know, like up here, you've got Poo on the double lens, very fast. Francorchamps out the back, very fast left-hand corner as well. You know, it takes a while to build up to like those corners. So, you know, if you were a novice, it definitely wouldn't be the first track you go to. You might quit racing after a couple of laps, but you know, once you've got the bug of Spa, it's hard to really.
Move to Matt. Matt, I mean, I've been privileged to actually, talk about and write about most of your career, oddly enough.
Yeah.
The early days in a Cup Class Porsche,
Yeah.
doing well there, 100 plus races in British GT. How many times here, this place?
God, I don't know, but definitely I've done more laps around here than any other track. I think I've done 10 24-hour races, British GT races, WEC races, the ELMS, other Blancpain races, GT Open races.
So you're bored then?
No, you never get bored of this place. I mean, this is, you know, as Wayne said, the difficult thing about this track is the high-speed corners. To a certain extent, you know, we could go to La Source and we could open a book and I could say to you, okay, just brake at this point, turn in here, get on the gas here, and it's a kind of a textbook corner that you can learn.
So wander down as we're talking.
But like Eau Rouge is something totally different. It's a left, right, left. When you turn left at the bottom, you put yourself on a trajectory that you can't change, but you can't see the top, so you don't know where you're going to end up. So when you turn left at the bottom, and in a GT car, like these guys, and it's very easy for these guys, down course, LFP cars, we've got, you know,
It's easy, boy, to tell.
yeah,
It's really easy.
I'm sure they only have one hand on the
They're agreeing and they're saying it must be terrible for you, Ferrari.
I know Wayne the last time he was halfway through here at the Apex. I think he was complaining that they didn't put enough sugar in his caramel frappuccino, you know, as he was drinking it. But for us, it's a proper corner. And all joking aside, Wayne said they're flat every lap of the race. For us, if you've got big enough balls and if you're confident enough, maybe you're flat in qualifying. But like I said, when you turn left at the bottom, you put your left front wheels over that curb, with your half a metre out, and you've decided to go flat, you're crashing, you're in the wall, and your race is over, and you know you've written off half a million euros worth of race time.
Now, I think all three of you have worked with gentleman drivers at this track as well. Now, okay, you guys, top of your game, you know what you're doing. How difficult is it to get the gentleman drivers that you guys are responsible for to get the levels of confidence they need to get to deal with this monster?
I think it's really difficult because in all the cars, we've quite a lot of downforce. So GT have downforce, these guys have more, and the LMP2 cars have more. So once you have a car with downforce, to a certain extent, the quicker you go, the more grip you have. But so you might get a gent who'd have a full lift through here, have a brake, and the car is much more unsettled than us. So that's the difficulty with it, is trying to give them the confidence to go quick enough through there to make the car work. And I think it gets harder with these guys than with these cars.
It could go wrong very quickly here, couldn't it, for a gentleman driver who's not showing the right level of commitment and confidence.
Well, it could go wrong for any level of driver, to be honest. You know, if you're on, this as Matt said, at the bottom of the Eau Rouge here, once you've committed to your line, that's it. And if you hit the bump wrong, you know, it could go wrong. But yeah, it's getting the confidence into the gentleman drivers to sort of, as Matt said as well, the faster you go with P3 and P2s, the more downforce you have. So in theory, you know, it should hold to the track much better. But it's all very well saying that, but doing it's a different story.
I'm getting a picture from these guys that it's just easier for you.
It's not really easy.
I'm standing here, it doesn't look easy.
No, it's also very difficult because physically it's very difficult. You know, you have many downforce, and for a gentleman driver, it's not easy. You know.
We've got this year a fabulous grid at the ELMS. I mean, for me, it's I think one of the best endurance racing series in the world just at the moment. And the best thing about that, I guess, is you've got close racing in all three classes. You guys having to battle for absolutely every corner, for every single place, aren't you?
Yes, I'm trying to do my best, you know. Yeah, for me, this is my first season in MP2. It's always a big surprise, and I'm very happy to stay in the first five position every race, and also for my team it's a surprise.
And Wayne, you've tasted a bit of that success. It's what we found this year in LMP3 is more teams get the kind of experience United Autosport brought to the series last year. It's a whole lot trickier this year.
Yeah, you would say that United Autosports had a bit of an advantage last year. You know, we were on it a lot faster than the other teams, and yeah, the other teams have definitely caught up. Though I still think United Autosports are still a team to beat, leading the championship, and I think, you know, our car could have had a run at it as well. Unfortunately, a little bit of bad luck in the last two races, but no, yeah, the team they try big time just to find us a little advantage. It doesn't matter where or there, but they really try hard.
And as for the GT class, it's what I would term, and we do, small but perfectly formed. It's a dogfight every single race.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the only championships I've ever been involved with where when you look at the grid, every single car coming in the race, you know, I'm looking at the entry list, which is obviously the same as the last race here, and you look at it in every car coming in the race. So I mean, yeah, perfect. You know, they need the ELMS championship. They've got the format right. I think the 4-hour races, great tracks. I think Wayne would probably agree with me. The rules between GT and LMP3 need to be tweaked a bit because we trip over each other. But apart from that, it's a great championship, and it's absolutely ferocious in qualifying and throughout the race.
Well, we should see a few more of those changes. We've got GT is in a transition. You guys were already in a newer car. That's been reeled back in to allow the older cars to compete. LMP3, we know there's active consideration, maybe an extra 50 brake horsepower for those cars. Don't think the LMP2 cars need to be terribly much faster. For those that don't know, by the way, LMP2 at Le Mans 24 Hours this year, the quickest car there set a qualifying time faster than the last time we had a non-hybrid LMP1 car. That's how quick these LMP2 cars are.
We weren't the fastest.
Yeah, the straight line.
How fast?
341.3
kilometres an hour in an LMP2 car. That you, as a private individual, if you had the skill set and the monetary ability, could go and step into, and you could come and join the grid here at the European Le Mans Series. Probably would suggest you try LMP3 first. But you know, it is an extraordinary piece of kit. It's a big step forward. It's a proper race car. You fancy a go?
I fancy a go, but you know, I like to stick with what I'm good at. You know, and I think that oftentimes you see very good prototype and LMP2 drivers jump into GT cars and struggle a bit, and I don't think I'd be different. I think if I jumped into an LMP2 car, you know, I'd struggle a bit, just because it's a slightly different skill set. I'd love a go because I think they're incredible. I mean, the speeds at which they come past us and stuff is super impressive. But I'm happy with a roof over my head, or well, they have a roof over their head as well. I'm happy with a GT car for the moment.
You've got the new 488 turbocharged car this year. We're missing the kind of wail of the old normally aspirated V8. I suspect you're not over a long stint.
No, I am. To be honest with you, I loved. Turbo is the way forward for at least the foreseeable future. Due to efficiency and other things. But for me, I think normally aspirated V8 is sorely missed. And it was loud, but I love the sound of the 458. And I love the aggression of it. The 488's an amazingly good race car. It's efficient in every way. Almost a bit too efficient, and it's not really aggressive.
Say no more about aggressive Matt Griffin. LMP3 then, global phenomenon these days. It's a V8 car, what's it? Very horsepower, neatly packaged, proper weight, proper downforce car, gives the opportunity for a proper race to show what you can do, gives an opportunity for a gentleman driver to build skill set. You enjoying it?
Absolutely love it. As you say there, it's I wouldn't be in races without LMP3. It's obviously a bit cheaper than what the sort of GT or LMP2 budgets would be, so it sort of allows the drivers to get into the class. And then, as you say, with the gentleman drivers as well, it's maybe a bit more driver friendly, I suppose. It's not the wicked shit P2. I suppose the only thing is we could do with a little bit more speed, because the P2 is going past us like their stops. You think you're tucked in behind a GT car and then they come past you as if they're stopped, but yeah, a little bit more power from the P3 would definitely help us, but as for an all-round class, it's much faster.
And I guess that's the question for you, Giorgio. You've driven an LMP3, you've stepped up to LMP2. What's the step? I mean, in terms of what you need to be doing, the kind of what were the surprises for you in that step?
It's a big step about the horsepower for sure. But I think the LMP3 is very difficult to stay on the edge or on the limit, and is a fantastic school also for the gentleman drivers. For example, my gentleman driver, my teammate Roberto Lacorte, is doing a fantastic season in LMP2. He is running around 2 or 3 seconds from me and my teammate Andrea Bellicchi, our professional driver.
The Don, as we call him.
The Don, Andrea. Now he's sleeping in the track.
He needs to keep his energy levels up.
And the LMP3 is a perfect school for a gentleman driver to do another step, and also for me was a fantastic way to improve again the way to drive this kind of prototype. It's a fantastic.
Wrapping it up and looking back up that hill, it is as steep as it looks. I mean, I'm not saying we would fall over here, but I think if we fell over, we'd probably roll down a couple of feet at least.
Yeah, a couple of Guinnesses.
A couple of Guinnesses, maybe. But it's the ideal mix, isn't it? This is what endurance racing is about. It's about mixed class racing. It's about pure prototypes with these two guys. It's about the GT race cars that Matt's team exemplify as well. It's the mix, and that gives us what it gives us that many other racing disciplines don't give us is complete unpredictability. Traffic is completely unpredictable. We're all grid now. There's experience of that.
There's not much traffic for them.
But it does give us something that a lot of motorsport can't deliver, because surprises can happen at absolutely every turn. 4 hours might seem like a long time for a race. Believe me, it flies by in an absolute instant. It will be fast. It will be furious. We will be getting to the stage where guys are going to be running for not just for points, not just for race wins, not just for class wins, but for championships here. And I can guarantee you that every single lap there are going to be surprises. It's going to be fast and furious. Who's going to win?
We are.
I really hope we are.
Yeah.
There you have it. If you want to go down the road of doing one of those pick'ems, the 3 winning cars in each class. For now, from Eau Rouge, that's where we are at Spa-Francorchamps, ahead of the weekend's action in the 4 hours of Spa-Francorchamps, round 5 of the 2017 European Le Mans Series. I'm Graham Goodwin. Thanks for joining us.